here's a mindset shift I want you to start adopting when you notice yourself in resistance. Like, resistance is not a bad thing. You have to now see it and frame it as, holy shit, man, we're on the right path. We're fucking doing it right. We are changing. We are shifting. And this is very, very, very good. And your resistance doesn't always have to come up in the form of meditation. It can be like when you know who you want to be, when you know like what you want and how you want to feel in your life. Like, you have to know these things. So if you don't know this right now, go make a list. Who do I want to be? How do I want to feel? What do I want for my life? When you know these things, you have to start living as if you have these things and you are going to be treated by the standards of what you want. So when you know these things and you start acting in these kind of ways, you're going to notice all your shit is going to start coming up, and it can be in the forms of, and a lot of the times it's going to be your thoughts, and it's going to be stuff like telling you like, you can't do this, you can't have this, who are you to do this, who are you to have this, blah blah blah. And these thoughts that come up that cause this resistance, you have to be aware of them. You have to know when you're thinking them, and you have to shift from these old mindsets. And a lot of these, the yakker in your head, it's not you. It's your parents' limitations and their trauma and all the crap that has been laid down onto you since childhood. And you, again, then you now have to decide when you notice this stuff coming up, am I going to listen to it, or am I going to look at my list and decide I'm becoming this fucking person now? And who is this person? Does this person listen to the like limiting crap in her head? Because no, she doesn't. She doesn't. She's not treated in neglectful and harmful and abusive ways. And that is how you use what you want to frame how you want to be treated in your life and what you will or will not accept in your life. And this is a hard piece for a lot of trauma survivors because we've never had any agency in our lives before. We don't think we can have what we want because we've been consistently shown what we want, how we think, what we feel doesn't matter. And this is part of why the resistance comes up, because you're actively saying a big meh to your past and like, no. When you start saying no and you start acting different, it's like all those parenting voices, all the scary stuff from the past. We're like, oh my God, you're going to change. Who are you now? What are you now? What? Like your mind goes off. But again, you have to learn to lean on the safety you're creating, on the trust and the knowing that you can become, you can have, you can do whatever you want. And it's going to cost you every trauma piece, every trauma part of you. Like, you cannot keep thinking like, oh, I better be small. Oh, I can't have that. Oh, that's not for me. Like, oh, I better just, my family wouldn't like it if I did this. Like, they don't know what this stuff is. Like you cannot let that control you. You cannot let your past control you. Like, you have to be very, very determined and focused on who you're becoming. And that is the you that loves her life, lives big, is not like a slave to the past. And again, it's a back and forth, working out that muscle of safety, of trust, of leaning into the unknown. And the unknown for trauma survivors is fucking terrifying, because as children, when we tried to lean into the unknown, bad things happen. And you have to, again, reframe that as well. Like, you wanting different, you wanting change, you wanting to be treated well is going to like stir the pot within you. And you have to know at the same time that the past is creeping in. The past creeps in when it's telling you can't have what you want, or like when you're fearing so much, like, oh my God, if I'm seen, I'm gonna die. Like all this stuff. You have to know how to hold and reparent the you inside of you, the little kid in you that never got this support, this love, this cherishing, this like shove into the world that like, you got this, you can do the things, you can have what you want. You don't have to keep denying yourself, but you have to like love and soothe and grow that little you up as you move through this trauma recovery path. And like, this is the work you have to learn to do, to love, honor, and like treat your desires as sacred, because they are. Like, the want and the need to heal, the want to be treated better, the want to be loved, the want to be known and seen by others, like, it's in you for a reason. And it can be done. Like, you can experience this, but you have to be believing it. You have to be feeling what it's like to have this, because so many of us survivors I don't know. I didn't know, like, to be loved, to be seen, to be heard, to have a safe freaking place to exist. I didn't know what any of this was. I had to generate and create it for myself in my own life, because I sure as hell didn't experience it in a family. Like, my family instilled everything opposite of that in me. And that's what the active recovery path is: knowing what triggers you, knowing what scares you out of the present, knowing these voices in your mind that try to tell you you can't have it, you can't do it, this isn't possible for you. You only feel that way because your parents and your environment and the people around you were not doing these things. So of course it feels impossible for you to be like, time out, bro, I want something different. You can have that different, but you have to freaking partner with yourself and create safety with your nervous system, and create this connection between your mind and your heart and your nervous system, so you can have all these parts working together to get you on the other side, to help you when you've never had any kind of help or support. Like, you have to create it yourself. Like, this lies on you, and you have to decide that no, the past feelings of the past, the torments and the traumas you've been through, they're not going to hold you back any longer. And these things lessen the more you make the connection, the more you notice yourself thinking all these crazy thoughts, always thinking in the past, always ruminating, the more you begin to be like, okay, what started this? When did I start feeling this way? What happened to me? How can I start processing these things? Like, can I look at this like rumination of like, oh my God, I'm scared. Can I look at that and sit with it and be like, of course you were scared. Of course you're scared now, because nobody was there for you, and you're actively learning how to be there for you, how to create safety with all these feelings that never got felt, all these experiences that never got named, that never got said to you like, yeah, this happened to you. This crazy whack ass shit happened to you, and I'm gonna love you through it. I'm going to be here with you. I am not leaving. I am not abandoning you. I'm here. I am your rock. You can lean on me. And this is what you have to teach yourself. The inner you that is scared has to know you in your healed awareness, learning, growing point, your highest self, is going to meet little you in her pain. And when little you comes to you like, I don't trust this, I don't like this, I don't feel safe, you have to be able to be like, okay, I hear you, this makes sense, you make sense, okay, I'm going to pay attention when you're not feeling safe. And this is how you build that momentum of knowing what safety is, of finally feeling like, dude, I'm not going to be abandoned because I've got me totally. And like, this is the way out. This is the entire process of recovery and learning how to not be traumatized. Like, once you get a good grasp on like, you only carry all this trauma because your inner world, your feelings, that little girl is hurt and she was hurting back then, and it doesn't get processed when no one's seeing you, no one's helping you feel, no one is like, I see you in this pain. When you don't have that, you have to become it for yourself, and then you have to become your cheerleader and the constant parental reminder of younger you that you're safe now, you're protected, I'm not gonna let bad shit happen to you again. Like, and that's it. Like, when you can consistently keep doing this to yourself, you're gonna recognize the creepy, shitty weirdos, and you'll be like, nah, I'm not going down that road again. I want to go this way. I want to feel this way. And I'm not gonna stop until I feel and have the things I want. I'm not saying yes to stuff that hurts me. I'm not saying yes to people that abuse me. And you learn this by showing it to yourself. And I created an entire program to help you learn how to do this, because I didn't know how to do this, and this is what saved my entire freaking life. The program is called Unlocking Life After Trauma and Codependency. The link is in my bio, and it is for women who don't know how to connect to themselves, don't know how to feel safe, have a very dysfunctional, dysfunctional relationships with themselves, with everyone in their life, basically. Like, this is the way out. You are the way out. Connecting to, loving you, and protecting you is how you end these cycles of trauma and abuse, and I can help you the entire way through. Link is in my bio. Love you guys.